Hi guys, welcome back to the channel. If you're new here, welcome. To my loyal subbies, welcome back. It is Saturday night, 9 p.m., December 6th. We are going to do a check-in reading for Summer Wells. She's been in the media lately. There's been some drama on some channels regarding Summer Wells, which is crazy, but you know, if there wasn't drama between psychics, I don't know. Yeah, so it's actually kind of funny because the drama I've seen is mainly between like Donna Serafina or like the psychic sleuth, I forget her name. But man, those two I've seen more like creator drama, and then I've seen it with like Harsh, and then I've seen it with recently, what's his name? I mean, they're not psychics, but it's just funny. It's funny when content creators have beef or drama, especially the psychics. It's funny though, because the two psychic dramas I've seen were about like the psychics who try to help other creators, like people boots on the ground who are trying to help or find people, and then like they'll pair up with like a psychic, and then it's like the person they're helping gets mad at the psychic or then calls them fake or they're a liar, and then they're just mad because they didn't find anything, or I don't know. It's so funny. But anyways, back to Summer. She's been in the media lately. I guess they recently just did a search. I haven't followed it too closely. One, only because the messages that I was given around Summer is that, it kind of pains me to say this, but if you guys have followed the previous readings for Summer, you know it gets dark, it gets gruesome, disturbing. It's gone in some crazy directions. My dream was absolutely insane. I still get like chills thinking about the stuff that they do to children. So, what I've seen on the news lately is like, I don't remember where I stopped talking or what I was saying, to be honest, but in terms of Summer, the energy that I seen was they weren't going to find her whole. That's just my psychic impression of that. Like I always tell you guys, use your discernment. I could very well be wrong. Nothing I say here is fact. This is energy that I picked up on right when I started the channel early on. The first few months of starting my channel, I was getting into Summer and Sebastian. They were my first true crime cases, and you know, with Summer, it started with a dream. I had not even touched a card when I read on Summer. It came through so strongly and so vividly, which leads me to trust that message even more, because it didn't just come through me trying to interpret cards or feeling around the energy and then misinterpreting something. It was a very clear dream that came to me on a date that is known to really mess with me psychologically. Friday the 13th is not a good day for me. I know some people it's a good day for them. I was looking for something to read on for Friday the 13th, and I went to bed that night and had the most horrific dream, which I still don't fully get into with you guys for obvious reasons, but the energy has come through in the cards and in readings after that dream, which shows what I believe they were doing with those children in that dream in terms of dinner table activities, you could say. I'll leave it at that, just because I always feel like I need to add a trigger warning for Summer, because I feel like I can't speak freely. This energy with Summer is just dark and disturbing. But also I want to say that with Summer, I get a lot of global downloads. So it's hard for me to say for sure if I'm channeling through Summer or picking up on her energy, and that energy for whatever reason is tied to something else and it's not directly related to her or her family, or if there's a subtle connection there that pulls me in that direction because it's important and not necessarily the reason for why Summer went missing. I don't fully understand it, guys. I wish I did. I wish I had all the answers. I wish I was a seasoned medium who just knew the secrets of the universe and how energy works and why God delivers certain messages in certain times around certain energies. But Summer has always come through with this much bigger energy with other countries. New York came in so strongly with her horrible things they do to children, elite parties, masked figures, Saudi princes, ports, and other children being with her in like dungeon style, underground, above ground, like above and below, like just so much symbolism, so much darkness, so much occult energy, elite energy, global energy. It's a lot, and it makes me wonder if all of that just isn't a bigger message in general, and maybe not just directly tied to her, but I won't rule that out either. This could absolutely be tied to her and somebody in her circle that got a hold of her to wherever she was passed off to, that is connecting to that bigger energy. So yeah, big energy around whoever being involved in this having some sort of connection to New York and elites, and there's ritual activities happening, masked people. I do see Summer as being crossed over. She's not hidden or trafficked somewhere. She's definitely on the other side. I also see her in multiple pieces. And I did say that if they ever did bring a part of her back or have pieces of her to bury somewhere or put somewhere, it would be deliberately, and it would be much later. Like somebody would bring back something to bury on the Wells old property, and then they come and do a search and find a piece and then say, oh, this must have been what happened. Look, we found this. We didn't find all of her, but it's been so long, and animals and water, or whatever they're going to say. But that also came through, that there could be pieces of her found. So when they did this new search, I'm like, okay, like I'm not going to pay too much attention until they say they find something, because one, I don't feel like it's going to be the truth either way. We're not just going to find a piece of her. It's going to tie back to this person. It's going to prove this person did that. There's still something else underlying there, because I seen it. I seen the energy that somebody potentially may find something of her tied to somebody that will take the attention off of a bigger matter or a bigger group of people. And then just with all the deaths that have happened that are connected to this case, just tells you there's an elite level to this, because people, if they fear anybody's going to talk or information's going to get out, you're just going to die. Like, they don't care about these hillbillies in Tennessee, right? So the fact that so many people connected to her disappearance have died is just so alarming. I also will say, I know a lot of creators, whether it be the Deception Detective or different psychics that have looked into it, they all get this bad feeling around Dawn. And I don't know if I just refuse to look in that direction because I don't know what it is, guys. I don't want to say I'm defending him. And maybe my Dawn radar is broken. I don't know why. I feel like I have pretty good discernment. Do I think he's the most upstanding guy and greatest father? No. Do I think I don't know. I guess, to be fair, I haven't done full reading on Dawn Wells alone. I don't think he was there when Summer went missing. I don't think he handed off his daughter. He may have associated with the wrong crowd at some point. He maybe didn't make the best choices in life. He could have had a sketchy past. It's always felt to me like I needed to maintain my focus on what really happened to Summer than getting caught up in the Dawn and Candace bullshit of them being directly responsible. Like, never in my mind has it ever occurred to me that she could have had an accident and they covered it up. You know, shout out again to Solar Flow. Love her. I was hanging out on her live last night. I love that I have a couple friends here in the psychic intuitive community who do go live, so that I can share their pages with you guys and you guys can go hang out with us. Shout out Solar Flow if you guys want to hang out there with us on Friday nights. I try to make it over there at least for a little bit. Yeah, she did a reading on Summer, and you know, I will say between Amy Bradley and Summer Wells, we have like completely different perspectives on those, and that's totally fine. Like, it doesn't discredit her as an intuitive. It doesn't discredit the messages I've been given. Like, I think Spirit gives different people different messages, and until the truth is revealed, we can't really put those pieces together. like she said in one of her readings, we could both be wrong. We could both be right. We could be right here and wrong here, or wrong here, right here. Like, and that's the beauty of what we do intuitively. And that's why you can't take any medium and say 100% that they're accurate all the time, because I believe in her gifts, I believe in my gifts, and we were completely opposite on those two cases, to where I like firmly with every fiber in my body believe Amy Bradley did not fall off that ship and die in the ocean. Like my intuition, the messages I've been getting, I will double down on that for my own self. And I'm sure, you know, other people who have gotten something different will double down on that for them as well. With Summer, I know she also got accident, which for me, I could see how one could go in that direction, but I never took the energy in that direction, because what I was shown right off the bat was something much bigger, much darker, like so far out of the realm of what we would even comprehend happens. Like almost like the more unbelievable it is, the more people don't believe it type of energy came through so strong this summer. It was like, no, there's no way that I can see and feel this so deeply and be so emotionally rattled by what I was seeing, that she could have just fallen and then they got rid of her. So again, this is just my perspective. Always take everything with a grain of salt. Check in with yourself and how you're feeling about a message. Don't take anything that we say as fact. Wait till the actual facts are shown to us. Always go with what your gut tells you above any medium. Use your discernment, all those things, okay? This is all alleged. I'm not accusing anybody. I will just say that I don't know much about Fred Hill. Donna, I guess, has been working with him to try to identify people in this circle of like vision she's been getting. I've watched a couple of Donna's videos around summer. A lot of the things we were seeing were pretty similar, which a lot of you were saying when I first started the channel, like, oh my God, have you seen Donna's video? Like, I can't believe how similar these are. And then when I went to go watch her video, after you guys were telling me about it, in her video, I believe it was Summer, I'm positive this was the case, I went to go watch, and then in that live where she's talking about Summer, she goes, oh, hi Beyond the Veil, hi Beyond the Veil. And I was like, what? Like, I literally, like, my jaw hit the floor. I'm like, what the fuck? I said, this was recorded, like, I don't even know, a couple years prior at that point. And I'm like, Beyond the Veil, like, I just got here. Like, can she see me? Like, she's a psychic. Oh my God, she knew I'd be popping in. And then I was like mind blown. And so I was telling everyone, like, I swear to God, like, I haven't had this channel for any longer. I didn't, like, I wasn't watching this and then coming out with my own reading, because they're like, oh, you're already in the chat. You can hear her shout you out when she's doing that reading. But long story short, that was a different Beyond the Veil, totally different creator that spells it just the regular Beyond. So there's actually two of us with the same name. That Beyond the Veil was in the live chat while Donna was talking about it, which was very similar to my dream. It was just like, to me, that was just like confirmation, because I was like, I was just absolutely blown away to see it. I'm like, what do you mean she just said hello? Like, anyways, it was so funny, so interesting. And yeah, so I watched a couple of her videos. I know recently she's had some drama with this other creator, like maybe his name is Ryan, I don't know. And there's like drama there, and she's interviewing Fred, and Fred lived on Ben Hill Road or whatever. But there was a recent search, so there is a little bit of uptick in energy around Summer Wells' case, and you know, there's things happening now. I don't know what's going to happen in the future, how many more searches they're going to do, or where that tip came from, or why they went and searched this property. But I guess I just wanted to sit here and just pull some cards to give us a little break from Charlie Kirk, check in on the Summer Wells energy, touch on that a bit, and see what comes out for us. I was inspired by also being on Solar's live last night. Steve, one of the guys there in her chat, and I hope it's a guy, I'm so sorry, I'm pretty sure it's a guy. I know his name is like Villain, and they call him Steve, and I'm guessing it's Steve. So Steve, if you're not a he, I'm sorry, but he was asking if I had seen the B Tarot, and I thought he said they had a new B Tarot, so I was like super excited. I went looking for it, and I guess it's just still this deck. So I'm like, okay, I'm gonna use this deck, because we were just talking about it last night. It's so beautiful. I love this deck. So I mean, look at the back of this deck. It's gorgeous. I love it. So yeah, I have just a few cards out here. I don't plan to make this like crazy in-depth, just because I've gotten so much around Summer already. There's a whole playlist on the channel if you guys are interested and want to go back and see the craziness that has come out there. I would definitely say put on your tinfoil hat. Trigger warning if you're going back, that it gets dark, it gets messy, it gets triggering to people who have suffered abuse. And yeah, prioritize your mental health. Don't do anything that's going to jeopardize will compromise your well-being. Let's just check in with Spirit and see what's going on with Summer's case, if we're going to find anything in the near future, or maybe why they went out and searched Ben Hill Road recently, why the uptick in energy around Summers. All right, let's see what we can do with Alice in my way, per usual. You big old needy baby. Whee! The nectar. I didn't really ask a question, but I feel like we're going to keep it. We'll get one more. Holy Spirit, show us the energy around Summer Wells and why there's been a recent search. Can we expect to see any movement in this investigation or search that results in finding anything related to Summer's disappearance? Can you give me one card to accompany nectar energy for Summer Wells? Okay. Bottom of the deck. Kairos. The Crone, which is Grandma. We also see the Star of David here. That's the Star of David, right? I'm pretty sure. The Nectar with the Crone. Wasn't she repotting flowers with her grandma when she went missing? That's very interesting. The grandma's somebody we've never checked in on either. We've checked in on Rose Bly, which is Summer Wells' missing aunt. We've checked in on Candace, the neighbors, Jose, Hunter, and then Hunter's mom. Jose still stood out to me as very, very close to having information or knowing things about her disappearance or directly being involved. If I'm remembering correctly, also Jose was seen with the grandma the day she went missing, even though he was already like quote unquote moved out at that time. So I don't know how much of that is true. We're also looking into the Dudleys, and I wish I had more information on what kind of car, if Jose was there with the grandma, how he got there, what kind of car he was in, what kind of car the Dudleys drove, if they knew anybody on Ben Hill Road. I don't know. I don't know a lot about the people involved. I really just kind of surface level skimmed over the details and then just went straight into the psychic energy of it all. And it's already been over 4 years, I believe. So it's like, it's hard to get all that information, especially when half of the damn people are dead. Maybe we should channel Jose. Ooh, I just got chills on my back. I wonder if we should channel Jose. He's dead and I do feel like he has answers. Oh, okay. Well, maybe next we'll do that. All right. Just take a little looky here. So I felt called to look at this one first. The Kairos, ooh, with Empty Room. And the Destroyer. The Empty Room, this goes back to my dream. This is where I was seeing the kids in a room like that. Wow. And then this says, the word evil comes from the root unripe. Consider that everything has a time of ripeness when it becomes a nourishing fruit sweet to the lips. This is mythic time and synchronicity. Time becomes a living thing that watches over us and tells us precisely when to speak or act. When this card appears, it is all about patience and precision. No clock can guide you. Wait for the rush of the inner knowing and not a moment longer. Sit. seeding? Good girl. Okay. Alright. Now that baby is good. Oh wait, I wanted to look at nectar and crown. Jesus, I'm all over the place today. The medicine and the garden. So they went to go pick up medicine for the grandma. They were also planting flowers, and we have grandma here. So are we reading on grandma today? Turns poison into nectar, and it is the truth that can often serve as a potent elixir for healing. The Nectar card calls us to identify and relish in places, practices, people, and activities that regenerate and heal. Medicine is needed, and it comes in subtle form that you may be overlooking. Seek the most sensuous, fragrant flower in the garden you have forgotten. Don't underestimate this remedy. It is said when someone has activated this substance within, it's reflected in their shimmering eyes. The witch, the old woman, and the sage. Magic, clairvoyant, psychic, intuitive, and wise. The crone has a difficult time tolerating superficial, petty, day-to-day musings. She moves away from such relationships and seeks a deeper path, even if this means a more solitary life. The crone energy accepts everything in devouring beauty and suffering with the same mouth, using their energy to reveal hidden secrets and knowledge. Her energy resides in all of us, though it is feared by most for its power and unconventional relationship with death and the macabre. Awakening the crone is dangerously rich and unapologetically magic. Powerful, unconventional relationship with death. The crone has seen it all. Nothing frightens or surprises her. She is the final manifestation in the feminine trifecta of maiden mother crone. In her long life, she's witnessed endless cycles of death, sex, failure, rebirth, conflict, and regeneration, giving her the ability to rise above the world of duality. She laughs at notions of good or bad, right or wrong, as she has seen the earth churning, smoldering, taking life and giving life. The crone energy accepts everything in devouring beauty and suffering with the same mouth, using their energy to reveal hidden secrets and knowledge. Let's see where this goes. Spirit, tell us more about the recent energy around Summer Wells' case. Infinity. Infinite love. Infinite love. Wow, the star at the bottom. Divine guidance, unlimited potential, and love. Such beautiful energies to start. I wish it wasn't such a dark situation. An ongoing situation. The infinity can also signify that you are onto something bigger than you can even imagine. Believe in your potential. This card is also a reminder to resist settling for less. It might appear easier, but you are destined for more. Keep going. It's time to expand. Multiple possibilities. An ongoing situation. And heart. Well, guys, that was interesting because my phone just ran out of storage again. And you guys will see there's always distractions around Summer's energy. This is very psychically protected. And I forgot because it's been a while since we've been in Summer's energy, and I forgot how those little disturbances can become so annoying with her energy, and just shows that there's something bigger going on here. I had already read the Infinity card, and then I read the Heart card, which was talking about the idea of love. And then we started to pull cards. I had already pulled the first two cards before I realized I was out of storage, so I'm not going to go back. I feel like maybe there's a reason, but what I was getting to with these two cards is this may have had something to do with somebody that the grandma was also romantically involved with or had around the property, which we were saying that, you know, Jose to me felt like somebody we needed to look into further. And if I remember correctly, there was some theories that Jose could have been kind of involved with the grandma, so I'm wondering if that was something. And I don't remember if I had said this before the storage ran out or after, so I'll say it again, but I was thinking maybe we try to channel Jose, since I know he is crossed over now and he may hold answers. He may just keep coming into my awareness and look suspicious so that I will get interested enough to try to channel him for information. But yeah, he did end up coming down with Hunter's dad from New York, which one is a red flag for me. He, I think, was seen in the area the day that Summer went missing, so potentially maybe channeling Jose. But anyways, we pulled out the tarot to try to get more messages around this energy, and the first two cards that came out were the Five of Cups with the Nine of Cups. And to me, this is showing regret. Somebody is regretting something, but here we see two people on a card. It's like two people. It's like if they were busy with each other type of thing. Like if grandma had company over. Or whatever the case may be. It's like if her back was turned or something and she feels guilty for socializing or having a drink with somebody or doing something she shouldn't have been doing. And it's like you turn your back and you'll forever feel that guilt. This Five of Cups also has horses in the back with that horse stable. There's something about horses also with Summer's energy. If I remember correctly, I think where they went to the swimming hole or something, there was horse stables, and then something about a fire maybe. I'm not sure. It's been a while since I've gotten into this energy. I might have to freshen up. That was the Wheel of Fortune, by the way, but I'm not taking it. We have King of Pentacles with Page of Swords. Okay, looking in deeper to a masculine that was hanging out with the grandma when Summer went missing is what I'm feeling from this. Looking into the masculine that was with the grandma when Summer went missing. Let's get one more. All of a sudden, this is showing to me like a map. Hang on a second. For some reason, while I was just shuffling right now, my inner voice, what I would call like spirit, is like, look again, look again, look again. And I'm like, what? Like, if you guys could hear what actually like goes on in my head while I read sometimes, or while I'm shuffling, which is where most of my like intuitive hits come, where I can like, when I say, oh, I'm hearing, it's usually while I'm shuffling and it's telling me like where to look at the cards or what to focus in on. And I keep hearing like, look again. And then as I'm seeing it, this is showing me like their home, their property. Something about this is like down here showing me like their home or their property. There's something about this that makes me feel like either water in this general area. If this is the house, going behind the house, this is either water or something happening here, like a landmark, and then maybe like this part is water, but something about this part in relation to their house, like looking at a map where this would be important. This is, oh shit. And then nectar. This feels more important than the actual card. Okay. Okay. Let's keep going. We'll have to look at a map and kind of impose that image like over where their property would be, and then kind of like line it up to where these sizes would match the size of the map, and then follow this line up to where the arrow is pointing and see where that's at. Okay. Let's get one more. Oh. The robed people with the knife. The family, the devil. That feels yucky. Three of Swords. The heart, and then the knives in the heart. So sad. I'm gonna get a tea leaf for the center. Is that one of those old contraptions that hold your hands? Yoke, feeling tied down or frustrated. I don't think I've ever pulled this card, but that looks like, I mean, I'm assuming that's the thing you put your hands in. Feeling tied down. Interesting. So we have the King of Pentacles right here in the center of the reading, the Ace of Pentacles showing that same large star, again the pentacle on the cutting board, and then the King of Pentacles directly on top of the King of Pentacles, and then the drinking card, the King of Pentacles who like to drink. This is the card for alcoholism, overindulging. We have a King of Pentacles, who like to drink, looking more at them and their connection to the grandma. Queen of Wands. Two of Pentacles. I'm going to clarify these. I'm going to get 3 cards for each. Can I get 3 cards for Ace of Pentacles? Three of Swords. This is showing a hole in the tree. Wanted to fall right here with this Three of Swords. Ace of Pentacles, Three of Swords, the Emperor. Alright. Can I get 2 more for Ace of Pentacles? Okay, well there's 2 more. Seven of Cups with 6 of Cups. This is giving me menu options. I can't help it. Trigger warning. I'll add it to the thumbnail of this just so I don't trigger you guys, but this looks like an owl looking at different options. What am I in the mood for? Children. The children in the cups, the menu options, the Three of Swords. This is breaking bread, eating. There's a knife here. There's 3 knives here inside the heart. And we have options and we have children. Can I get 3 for King of Pentacles? No. Yeah, death and death. 4 of Swords, lots of swords already. We have 3 of Swords here, 3 of Swords here. Now we have the 4 of Swords, which is rest, illness, stillness, the minor arcana for death. And then we have 10 of Swords. This is a bloody death, a gruesome death, a painful death, again, at the hand of a blade. But then the 10 of Cups. King of Pentacles, there's a relation to family here with the death. So there's a King of Pentacles that is connected either to the grandma, also Summer's disappearance, and death. or this King of Pentacles was ill and killed and connected to the family. This King of Pentacles was killed, or he was associated with Summer's death. I'm gonna get one more to clarify to see if, I don't know if one card can clarify that. The World. Another ending. I don't know, you guys will have to fill into that and tell me what you guys think. Let's get 3 cards for Queen of Wands. Ace of Cups. It's the baby bird. So is this Candace, the mom? Oh, okay, well we have 4 cards. I thought 3 came out, but we have 8 of Cups. King of Swords. Seven of Pentacles. To be honest, I'm not quite sure. Depending on who that Queen of Wands is. Page of Swords. For the sake of time, I'm going to come back to that energy. Can I have 3 for 2 of Pentacles? Page of Pentacles, 2 of Swords, Three of Pentacles. So what this is feeling like, okay, there's 2 pentacles up in the air here. Here's a pentacle. And then now there's 3 pentacles. Something about the middle. Between the 2. Okay, so this is feeling like the infinity sign here between the 2. And then in the middle, this is feeling again like a direction. Okay, so look at this. We have these 2 right here, and then again we have where I was saying, or it could be like a stream of water. It's feeling like this. Like where I was saying, like this stream of water, and then there being like 2 here, and then even with this card coming in the middle, it's feeling like this. And this card telling me like in between the 2, the 3. Okay, 7 of Pentacles could be things planted, literally buried and planted by a King of Swords, which is strategic, hoping somebody will find it. This is somebody finding something strategically placed, but it was brought back. That could just be my brain making that fit the theory I believe it to be, because I could not read this before, but this feels like this, which feels like a hit directly from spirit about something about a map. So let's just ask if that is about a location, what the significance is. If there's going to be something found there, or if there's just spirit, why are you showing us this place on the map? And potentially Summer's grandma and the King of Pentacles connected to the family. Can you give me 5 cards showing me this energy? Justice and the Ace of Swords. That's like law enforcement getting information about something. So maybe this is talking about the tip they received at the place that they searched, or okay, is this talking about information that law enforcement now has? What about this information in the search? 7 of Pentacles, something buried. Something buried. Law enforcement were giving information about something that was buried. 2 of Cups. 8 of Pentacles. Was this a tip that could have came from a romantic partner? And something to do with like somebody who worked out there? Like if they're like, I don't know, that there's been conversation around like tree trimmers that worked out there. It's like if one of the tree trimmers was out there and they had a spouse, it's like the spouse called in a tip saying like, oh, my husband worked out here, my boyfriend worked out here, and he told me this, and I'm, you know, starting to feel regret about not coming forward sooner, but I heard this and that they buried this here. It's like maybe a spouse of somebody connected to either the place that they searched or a company, something that somebody did for work, somebody connected. Yeah, the heart here. Somebody connected, maybe even like an older woman who's connected to somebody who worked close in this area that came forward, gave police information that they felt was credible enough to do a search. Let's get a few more. Ten of Wands, because they're tired of carrying the burden, but also look at the logs on this person's chest. It's like tree wood. They were carrying this burden. Someone felt like they had to give information because they were tired of carrying it. Four of Wands, 4 of Pentacles, double fours. Again with that romantic type of energy. The 9 of Cups had the 2 people on it. We have the heart card here. We have the infinity sign here. The 2 of Cups. The 4 of Wands. Yeah, so somebody closely related to either somebody that worked in this area or knew something that told their spouse something, like holding on to it became really heavy. And I think that could be what sparked the search, is somebody coming forward saying, I heard this, or I seen this, I know this from this person who told me this. Scales of justice here. Trying to make something right. Scales of justice. I mean, that kind of looks like scales too, huh? Oh, months of the year. Let's get one more for February. Scales in February. Caterpillar. Things will not always be this way. A change is coming. caterpillar. Spirit, are we going to find any of Summer's remains or anything that will take this investigation to the next level? Are we going to find anything before February? Before February that leads to movement in Summerwell's case? Are they going to find anything by February? Two of Swords feels like a no. Let's get 3 more. Can I get 3 more for if we're going to find anything by February? Queen of Pentacles. There's that good old Queen of Pentacles that never fails to show up in Summer's readings. Let's get 2 more before we wrap this up. I'm excited. After this reading, I'm going to go look at the map. This video might get posted tomorrow, so you might be seeing this on Sunday. If you are, happy Sunday. I want to go look at the map and see what that area is according to the property. Three of Pentacles. Get 1 more. The Sun. What are you doing? I think Summer's birthday's in February, right? 10 of Wands. King of Wands. Ace of Jars. I don't know. All I can say is I think, yeah, something about work. I don't know, guys. I don't feel like they're going to find anything by February. I mean, it doesn't seem like it to me. The Three of Pentacles with the Sun would be something coming to light, and that would be like a team of investigators finding something. Queen of Pentacles. I don't know. It's kind of throwing me off a bit, but it looks like, I mean, in terms of the search, maybe somebody connected to somebody who worked in that area came forward. Globe and the Star. Here's the butterfly. So we had caterpillar, and then we have butterfly with the globe. And then the star. Divine guidance around the world, the butterfly. Card the star is also card 33 on the bottom. Because this card, the Three of Pentacles always gives me that Masonic type of energy. Let me get a few more. I feel confused. Actually, I really don't think. Spirit, can you tell me again why the heart and the crone is here, specifically these two energies, as it relates to Summerwell's and her disappearance? Oh, the crone. This was a gift. Summer was a gift. Maybe that's not grandma. Maybe this is a different kind of older woman, this Queen of Pentacles, that we keep getting. It's like that younger man, the younger male that comes in with that Queen of Pentacles, it's bringing a gift, like to show your love to that crone. Ace of Cups right here. We also have the Ace of Cups already there also in this deck. Ace of Pentacles was here already as well. When I was clarifying the crone and the heart specifically, this is showing me the energy around Summer's disappearance was a gift to the crone. What the actual fuck is wrong with our world? Excuse me. Come on. Good girl. Yeah. What is the gift you say? The gift of innocence, the gift of children. Here, I brought you something. I brought you something I thought you would like. Yeah, like this is Santa's sleigh. Santa delivers the gifts. This knight was bringing the gift. There was a masculine involved in taking Summer and delivering her as a gift to an older woman, a crone type of energy, and it was a gesture of love. I believe this became a burden to whoever had her. And there was, whoa, the Emperor, the Queen of Cups, Queen of Swords. Another Queen of Pentacles. Judgment. Yeah, like a lot of it's good. I'm gonna get two more. I'm gonna clarify each of the two, and then I'll get a final oracle card. Can I get one for Ace of Pentacles, Knight of Cups, King of Cups? Emphasizing the masculine, doing this as a gesture of love. It was an emotional gesture, a gift. Can I get one for the Six of Cups with the Ten of Wands? Ooh, okay. Yeah, holding on to something became heavy. Holding on to something became heavy. We got the Four of Pentacles with the Ten of Wands already. It's like that double energy of this information becoming a burden, or holding on to this child became a burden to the situation. Eight of Pentacles again with work. Or the person that worked with somebody close to this circle, the holding on to the information. Somebody that works in or around the energy of somebody that had something to do with it. They work in close proximity to this person or to the situation, and holding on to the information about what happened to Summer has become a burden, so they're starting to speak about it. The Magician. The Empress. The Lovers. Yeah, I knew it. The Empress is somebody who is romantically related to somebody who works with or close to whatever happened to Summer and these people in these robes. Closely affiliated with whatever happened to Summer they work with or heard of something. It was a spouse that came forward with information about what she heard. All right, guys, I'm going to leave that there. Let's get I guess let's get one of these. We'll get one of these cards with the tea leaf. Can I get one final oracle card for Summer Wells before we wrap this up? The Crown. Go watch the playlist for Summer. Oh, fuzzy dice. Which case was I getting fuzzy dice? Was it Summer? One of the readings, one of the cases I did, I remember fuzzy dice. That wasn't Summer, was it? The Crown and the fuzzy dice? That's crazy. No, fuzzy dice I think was Sebastian. But Sebastian came through with Summer in the first reading I ever did. Both energies of 10. The Crown and the dice. Mirror, like the mirroring numbers, the mirroring energies, the 10 and the 10. Mirroring, something mirroring Summer and Sebastian. I said that in the very first reading, that there's going to be a connection there that mirrors each other. We have the mirror here. A mirror, the mirroring numbers, the mirror at the bottom, the Crown. I don't know. Imagine a crown on your head. How does it make you feel? Does the weight of it make you stand a little straighter? You are the ruler of your own world, so approach life that way. Step into your power. This is an active crown chakra, an improved social status. Yeah, somebody on a higher social status for sure. Dice. Sometimes it's necessary to take a chance, and other times the risk is not necessarily worth the reward. The dice represents taking that risk, whether it be a calculated one or one taken out of necessity. A risk taken out of necessity to improve your social status. Somebody needed to prove their loyalty or improve their social status by gifting Summer to a crone type of archetype. This was a gesture of love. It was a gift to somebody. There may be many unknowns right now, but doing nothing is not an option. Weigh all of your options to determine what makes the most sense. If you are unhappy with the current situation in your life and it's not serving you, now may be the time to bet on yourself and walk away. Alternatively, there could be something you've been working on that requires perseverance to see the fruits of your labor. This card encourages you to take chances in a way that fulfills your ultimate desires. It also asks the question, what risks are you willing to take? You'll never know what will happen if you roll the dice until you do. Take a risk on something. Beware of impulsive decision making. Make a choice. Seek answers from within. Somebody stood to benefit from taking Summer. They knew it was a huge risk, but they seen the opportunity. and they did it, but they did it for somebody else. Let's get one final tea leaf for the center of these two cards. Spiritual love, the heart, the infinity. Spiritual love. God, that's so sick. We did start with nectar, and now we have lily, and I was seeing a lot of like garden type of energy. Lily. I feel like let's get one more archetype. I don't know why. Something about the flower might be important. The nectar of a flower. Or that's symbolic of something. Somebody's name could have something to do with a flower. Somebody's name. Who has a flower name? I mean, like Donna says, this could also be like just other clues. I mean, shit, that could be like, I've heard her say it could be a street sign. It could be the name of a place or a road or a person. The self, okay? Maybe talking about a person? Lily. Spiritual love, spiritual self-love? The desert, lacking self-love, lacking any sort of spiritual love. It's a dry desert for these people. Oh, the desert with the crown. Those crown princes over in the desert. The vision. The storm and the vision. The empty room and the offering. Taking me back to my dream. The tear, yeah, the sad dream. There's a person that wears a crown, possibly has a flower name. Look at that. Can I get one final card? Shows the energy around summer. The lily, the nectar, the crown, the risk. The forbidden fruit, celebrations, innocence. This is the innocence card. This is the little girl. This is summer, the feminine, the forbidden fruit, the innocence, the temptation. Food. This is like psychedelics that are put into food also. Plant psychedelics that are put into food. Drugs that are baked into food. putting medicine, putting drugs, putting something into food. The queen bee. The crone, the queen crone. The indulgence of the queen. Death and sadness. All right, guys, I'm gonna leave that there. Thank you for tuning in. Let's keep praying for Summer and movement in her case and some sort of resolution and justice, whatever that looks like for that sweet little girl. As always, I would love to know your thoughts down below. Feel free to share any downloads you were getting or anything that you interpreted while I was pulling cards. I absolutely love the way your guys' brain works and the connections you guys make. I look forward to them every single time. Thank you guys for tuning in, for liking the video, commenting, sharing, hyping, all those things. I love you guys. I'll see you soon. Bye.